welcome back to my channel. So I just finished creating this eye look for you guys. I'm so excited because I finally received my Colourpop and Shayla collab. I did purchase the whole collaboration on Colourpop's website. It is still in stock, I believe. If it is, by the time I upload this video, I will have it linked in the description bar. You do get 7 products total in this whole collection. You do get this eyeshadow palette, which has 16 colors in it. There are 4 mattes and 10 metallic eyeshadows, and then the palette has a mirror. This palette does retail for $23 on its own. The collection also came out with 4 lip products, 3 lipsticks, and 1 lip gloss. The lipsticks retail for $7 and the gloss retails for $6, and then you do get 2 loose highlighters right here, which retail for $7. I love this palette. I did use the palette. I used the highlighter, which I have on now. I have the color Boomin, I believe. Yeah, Boomin. And then I have the Quickie lipstick and the Neat Freak gloss on my lips. I didn't show you the lip application because I'm a retard and I got all into doing my makeup and I forgot to come back on camera and show you guys. I love Shayla. Shayla is one of the first people that I started following on Instagram, and when she started her YouTube channel, I was so excited. I was one of the first people that subscribed to her channel. So congratulations, Shayla. This palette is amazing. Colourpop, I love Colourpop as well. I feel like they have such incredible products and they're so affordable, which is crazy. I can't rave enough about this palette. You need to go out and buy it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm so excited. I hope you guys like this eye look. I love the way my makeup came out. So if you guys want to see how I created this eye look, then just keep on watching. I'm going to take a fluffy brush like this and I'm going to dip into this color right here. It is called Culture, and that's what I'm going to use as my transition color. Alright, so I just wanted a light wash of color. As you can see there, that is Culture right here in this kind of dome shape on my eye. There isn't really much fallout on this palette. I take into consideration that I'm not really heavy-handed when I work with my eyeshadows. I just dip in really lightly, tap off the excess, and then apply it to my eye. The next color I'm going to go in, I'm actually going to switch up my brush and use this one. This is a BH Cosmetics number 5 brush. I'm going to dip into Thick, which is this orange color right here. And I'm going to go in the same shape as my transition color. This is just going to help deepen the shadow up. Now that I have that orange color all built up, I just want a light wash of color. I'm going to go in with Revenge, which is this nice kind of like reddy brick terracotta kind of color. And just going to dip into that. And I'm taking this a little lower than the Thick color, just to help deepen up this transition area. I want everything really nice and soft, so I'm going to go back in with that first brush that I was using and just blend everything together, make it look nice and smooth. I'm going to go in with this BH Cosmetics number 6, and I'm going to dip into Played Out, which is this deep dark chocolate color. It's actually one of those colors that is sort of purple and brown at the same time, or it has kind of like purple undertones in it. Just taking a little, this is like a smaller tapered brush. I'm actually just going to use this brush to place the product, and then I'm going to go back in with the second brush that I used to blend it out. Now that I have that color placed, I'm going back in with that blending brush. I'm taking Revenge and Thick together, and I'm just tapping this kind of on the edges of Played Out just to help diffuse the color a little. I don't want there to be any choppiness. I don't want there to be any areas where there looks like shadow is sticking. Shadows blend out very nicely. They're not hard to work with. So I just do light tapping motions and kind of circular motions to help blend it out. Then when doing smoky eyes, it's easier to have a base so that your shadows show up really nice and pigmented. Whether you're doing a black, brown, purple smoky eye, you always want to use a base that is a similar tone to it. So I'm going to use this. This is the LA Girl Pro Primer HD eyeshadow primer, and this is in the color black. So it's just like a little crayon, as you can see here. And I'm just going to keep this on my mobile lid. So this area right here, I actually kind of overdid it on the other side. I didn't want there to be so much product because I don't want this too dark. You can actually just pack this on and then pack a color on top of it to set it if you want something that's super black. I just want there to be a very light wash of color. So that's all I'm gonna use, and then I'm gonna take a flat brush like this, and I'm just going to help blend this out a little. My eye on this side starting to water. I think I got something in the corner on my eye, but I have this all blended out. You see it's really nice and muted. I'm going to go back in with that third blending brush, the smaller tapered blending brush, and I'm going to take Played Out just a tiny bit and run that on the edges of this dark color. And then I'm going to switch to the second brush that we use, the BH number 5. I'm going to go in with Thick and Revenge, and then just the same thing, kind of tap it on the edges to help this blend out. And then going back in with that first blending brush and diffusing the lines of Thick and Alright, I know it's looking a little crazy, but it's all going to come together, I promise. Now I'm going to take a flat brush like this, and I'm going to dip into Titus. I'm only going to take this and kind of take it all the way to about right here, about maybe 3/4 of my lid, because I'm going in with a deeper color on the outer part of my eye. For my outer lid, I'm taking the BH number 6, and I'm dipping into Stallion, and I'm taking a little bit of Played Out with it as well. Going back with that number 5 brush and just taking Revenge and diffusing the line. And then to have that kind of gold reflect sheen, I'm taking TF right here, and I'm just going to tap into it a little like this and get a little bit of the shadow on my finger, and I'm going to tap it on top of Vitalist. I typically like a matte brow bone highlight, so I'm just going to use my contour palette, highlight my brow bone, and then wipe out all this fallout, and then I'll be back with my full face and we'll do the lower lash line. I know it's looking a little crazy, but don't worry, at the end when my hair is all fixed and everything is gonna come together. It just looks really crazy right now. I feel like most smoky eyes look like that. You know, they until you put lashes on and your lips and everything else is done. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I did on this eye. I'm going to take a fluffy brush like this. It's just a small, fluffy, tapered blending brush. And I'm going to go into Culture, and I'm putting that under my eye. I really want this to be smoky since we have a pretty dramatic eye going on. Next color I'm dipping into is Thick, and I'm just placing that on top of Culture. And then I'm just placing Revenge on top of that. Before I place any more of the darker colors, I'm going in with a black gel liner. This is the 24/7 Urban Decay Glide On Eye Pencil in Perversion. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to put this in my waterline, and then I'm going to smudge this underneath my lash line. I already tightlined with this as well. After I got done with my eye look, I kind of just put this in my tightline. This pencil is super creamy. I'm like wondering why I haven't really used it before. We don't really want it to, I don't want to put too much of this underneath the lash line. Now I'm going to go in with a pencil brush with no product on it. Make sure there's no product. I'm going to just smudge out that liner. Now that that liner is nice and softened, I'm taking the same pencil brush with Played Out, and I'm almost like setting the liner a little bit, deepening it up, and then kind of like helping it smoke out a little bit more. And I'm taking that first blending brush we used with no product on it and just running this underneath. Before I do my lashes, I want to do my inner corner highlight, and I'm just going to take Unbothered. It's like a nice like white gold almost. Taking this, and I'm going to place this. I'm going to go ahead and go in with her highlighter. This is the Boomin Loose Powder Highlight. And I'm actually just going to take a little off the cap. I'm hoping it shouldn't be too dark for me, I don't think. I'm just going to take a little on the brush, tap it off. Just have a little on my brush. This is a Milani highlighting. A Milani all over blending brush, I guess. I don't know. I just use it for highlighter, and I'm going to take this on the highlight. Woo! It is pretty. As you can see, it's a very gold highlight. I think if you have fair skin tones, this probably is not going to work for you, but if you have anywhere from medium to deep, this is going to be beautiful. Does show just a tiny bit of texture. It doesn't look as smooth as I would like it to be, but usually with highlighters like this, since they're so soft and they're loose, so what I usually like to do is I take my setting spray, I set my face, and then I'll take my damp beauty sponge and just pat the highlighter into my face, and that helps everything mesh all together. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, also put on my lashes, and then we'll come back and finish with the lips. Alright you guys, so I finished my makeup. This is the completed look. I'm sorry I forgot to show you guys the lip application, but I just used the Quickie lipstick with the Neat Free Gloss, and I used a lip liner. I used the Palladio Walnut lip liner to line my lips, just to give that sort of ombre look. I love the way it came out. I hope you guys do too. If you guys want to pick up this palette, I highly suggest that you do. I will leave everything that I put on my face in the description bar as always. Thank you so much for watching my tutorial, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.